Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a little bit of videos up here, but you've probably noticed that I haven't been as consistent with my video uploads over the last 5 or 6 days. That's because I'm pretty much on vacation, but I'm also doing a lot of work up here. I'm at our cottage here in Connecticut, our family little lake house that is like, it's the one thing that we've got that just makes me feel rich. It's like I love this place, even though it needs a lot of TLC right now. Like, we got a lot of work to do on this place, but we're gonna do it because we love it. But one of the things that makes this place so special, probably the main thing, is this lake right here. This pond, about 100-acre pond that we're looking at. The most special place to me, because this is where my passion for bass fishing really started. I was born down in the Florida Keys, and so I lived there for like 5 years of my life, and that's where I learned how to love the water and love fishing. But this is where bass fishing came to the forefront of everything, was in this pond. In fact, right off that dock over there that you can't see behind the trees, I caught a smallmouth, which I'll show you pretty soon here, that ended up sealing the deal. I caught it on a topwater bait that literally, some of you guys probably have seen it before. I don't think they make it anymore, but it was this little frog bait, okay, that had this mechanical mechanism in it that when you casted it out, it would pull this cord, and then these two little yellow legs would flap together. That was what I caught this fish on. So I'm going to show you real quick. I want to give you guys a little quick tour of some of these important catches that we've got in here. So this is that smallmouth. I was age 9 at the time when I first caught, the first notable, bass of my life. This thing, probably about a 4-pound smallmouth. I'm not 100% sure, but you can see there, I was age 9, 1995. Caught that thing off that dock, and that set everything into motion. This little baby right here, pretty amazing. Now, I will say this, because we're going to be looking at some real, fish taxidermy mounts. Obviously, when I'm 9 years old, I have no idea. I haven't really, come up with my moral stance on, like, taxidermy. I'm a big believer that the fiberglass reproductions nowadays are so good that there's no reason to take measurements of your catch and get a fiberglass reproduction. Take measurements and pictures. Oh my gosh, they're so good nowadays. I'd much rather do that than an actual skin mount. So I kind of regret, the skin mounts that we have in here. Predominantly, that's all we've got. But, hey, it's a different time nowadays. We know how to. Back then, the fiberglass mounts were terrible. They were obviously not, realistic. So, anyways, but yeah, that was the fish that started it all. I mean, for a guy that touts himself as a largemouth, shallow water largemouth guy, having this fish start everything was pretty special. So, another fish, which is a crazy one for New England, is this one right here. So the picture of it, which shows its massiveness better, is that picture right there. That was right out here, not off the dock, but in the rowboat. 8.46 pounds, 22 inches long. That thing, look at the belly on that fish. It was huge. And for Connecticut, that is a monster. I ended up getting, I think, the In Fisherman Master Angler Award for that one. I was pretty stoked on that at the time. But that's that fish. Lost a little bit of its girth after the taxidermy, but I think they did a great job on both of these. But yeah, that was a really, really big fish. I caught that on a sluggo, a wacky rig sluggo. Back then, I was all about like stick baits and fishing the jerk baits and stuff. But I ran out of back then it was a Senko, and so I picked up a sluggo and wacky rigged it, and it apparently wanted that. It was the biggest fish that I caught up to that point. So that was a really cool fish. And then this one right here, this is the one that I always looked up to, the amazing behemoth that my dad caught. That is a solid 7-pound smallmouth. Like, it doesn't look like it on the mount because it's like long and not so girthy, but I don't have a picture of the original, you know, the actual fish when he caught it right here. But man, it is a different size class. This pond used to be full of these big native smallmouth, and unfortunately they introduced largemouth to it that decimated the whole ecosystem. You don't find fish like that or like that or like that anymore in here because now they're all stunted. They're just too many bass to sustain, you know, the ecosystem, and eventually it'll get back to a good place. In fact, it may be there now. I haven't even been out on the lake yet. Been doing a little bit of hunting. So, but yeah, that is one that was caught on a black jitterbug. The jitterbug used to not have mildew all over it, but that is one that, you know, that's a fish right there that I aspired to, you know, and I caught plenty of 5 and 6 pounders, smallmouth since, you know, catching that first one, back when this was a really good smallmouth lake. But yeah, anyways, those are the fish that really, you know, changed my life. Those are the fish that really influenced me to want to, you know, get better at the sport, that, you know, made me realize my potential as far as catching big fish. And then this one right here that really just started it all and got me excited about the sport of bass fishing in particular, and the techniques and lures that you can use, just the variety of things, you know, from the different type of ecosystems to the presentations that you can do in this sport. So really cool stuff. Yeah, so that's why we're here, and that's why you're not going to be seeing as many videos for a bit. This is one of the most important places in my life, if not the most important place. Alaska is a close second, but this has influenced me more than just about anything. So anyways, guys, just want to share that with you. Hope you're having a good day. I might even go hunting again today. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I'm going to see you guys down in the water. Trust the process.